Royalties.
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 Royalties. Royalties.
Royalties Radio.
You are now listening to Royalties Radio.
Royalties ATX, man. You know we here, big head in the building, man. We got the artists from H-Town, you know what I mean? Showing love, Young Al, EMG in the building, Santana, you know what it is.
Royalties.
H-Town is young, man. Royalties ATX.
That's your girl, Miss J Walk. You are now listening to Royalties Radio, and this is Startup and Stay Up, my segment that just kind of, it could be for anybody, but it's really, for all the entrepreneurs out there in the entertainment industry, it can be really, really crazy, participate in this crazy lifestyle. But the thing I want to say today is just slow down. It's a lot better to take slower, bigger steps. You know what I mean? Like, instead of running, like, pick your plays, quality over quantity every day. I have an ADD personality, so sometimes I put like a lot of projects or a lot of things on myself, and Royalties has several different departments where it's like, it could be like stressful and overwhelming, and like I just invest all my time into so many things. Think before you act. Think before you speak. You never really know like what you're doing and how it might have an effect on somebody, or on the rest of your day or whatever. Just think before you act. And just like I said earlier, avoid taking on too many projects. Just slow down, evaluate what you got going on. And obviously, like, it's good to be busy, and we're booked, and like that's, I'm not saying like slack off or anything like that, but it is good to slow down and just see what's going on, evaluate with your team, meditate, get close with yourself, so yeah, slow down, keep it going, steady pace wins the race, right?
Yeah, I like
so
that.
Yeah, that's Startup and Stay Up, you guys. Y'all can tune in every Thursday night right here on Royalties Radio for that just motivation for the young entrepreneurs out there. So yeah, that's what we do.
What's up, y'all? This Coaches of Love. I haven't been on live in a while, but this week I'm going to be talking about Oprah's speech that she gave at the Golden Globes. Have y'all seen it yet?
Yes.
No, but I seen her running from that mud.
Yo, I'm not about to play with you. Have you seen it yet?
I haven't seen it.
Oh my gosh, y'all. Her speech was so inspiring, and it was to honor those who came forward about their stories on sexual harassment and the scandal that rocked Hollywood. And that night, she became the first black woman to win the Cecil B. DeMille Award. And that night, she used her platform to shine light on all the injustice and inequality experienced by women in every industry all over the world. And the speech came after majority of the women wore black at the Golden Globes. I don't know if y'all saw pictures, but watch what the women wore. They all wore black, and it was a statement about the Time's Up movement. And this movement is to eliminate sexual assault, harassment, and inequality in the workplace. And I did my research on it last night, and I went on the website, and you guys, I encourage everybody to go read it, go check it out. But I learned that 1 in 3 women from ages 18 to 34 have been sexually harassed at work, and 70% of those women do not report it at all. And that's a huge, vast majority of that number. And in Oprah's speech, she said, "What I know for sure is that speaking your truth is the most powerful tool that we all have, and I'm especially proud and inspired by all the women who have felt strong enough and empowered enough to speak up and share their personal stories." And that just made me feel so empowered and inspired, because that's what I try to tell people all the time about your platform. And how we all have a voice, we all have a staple and an influence in our communities. And that's what I try to do every single day and every single time with speaking about domestic violence and just self-love, self-empowerment, women's empowerment, and giving women a platform to speak about it and share their stories. So along with Oprah's speech, she then talked about Reese Taylor. Do you guys know who that is? Reese Taylor, for people who don't know, in September of 1944, she's an African-American woman who was leaving church on a Sunday. She was kidnapped and raped by 6 white men. They threatened to kill her if she ever told anybody, but her story got out eventually, and it was reported to the NAACP. And a young worker by the name of Rosa Parks became the lead investigator of that case. Oprah went on to say, for too long, women have not been heard or believed if they dared to speak their truth to the power of those men, but their time is up. And so I want all the girls watching here now to know that a new day is on the horizon. So ladies, this is just a reminder and a staple to know that we got to stick together. We have to empower one another. We have to stay true to ourselves. We have to hold our truth and speak about it. And I admire women who are so transparent and who are unapologetic about it, because your truth can inspire other people to tell theirs.
Absolutely.
And give them courage and motivation to step out and speak up. And that's what we all need to do. So if you haven't already seen her speech, you guys go check it out. You guys go look at it. I cried because I was just like, wow, like this is just so inspiring, not just as a woman, but as a Black woman. You know what I mean? And just having that platform and her being the first Black woman to receive that award. It was just magical, and it was just the beginning of what is gonna come. You know what I mean? Especially in this day and age with the whole H&M stuff and the sweatshirt and just all this racial stuff. But just her winning that, it was just a big, huge movement. So you guys go check out that campaign. Time is up, and thank you for tuning in to Coaches of Love.
Hey, it's your girl Miss J Walk. We're now tuned into Royalties Radio.
It's your girl Risha. What's up, y'all? We got some dope people in the building.
I'm from Acres Home, Texas, H-Town, what it is.
H-Town, down.
We out here.
Yeah, and I'm from Yellowstone. That's a section in Houston also. So,
what was your name?
Young Ad.
Okay.
And I'm UG Santana.
That's his record we just
Right now we just pumping these singles right now, man. Trying to get them out here.
So you got a single with Black Youngster.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
What's it called?
It's called Fancy. So y'all go check that out. EMG Santana featuring Black Youngster. Fancy.
Hey. That's lit. That video was lit. Who shot that?
Actually, Big Heavy, my manager, he put something together right there. So.
That's what's up. Yeah, it looks pretty live. The graphics on there are really nice.
I got a bad bitch. She really bad, bitch. I'm a savage. I got a bad to get. She can get nasty with it. I'm on an activist. I got the master wrist. Whip up a bag of fish. I got a bad to get. I got a bad bitch. She on some fancy shit. She on some fancy shit. I got a bad to get. I got a bad bitch. She on some fancy shit.
The people make you not want to stop, cause you know, like, and then you putting out so much good music, you still hearing stuff that you know that ain't what it is. So if I can do it, and I'm, you know, coming from that, doing positive things, I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, for sure. And how did you collab with Black Youngster? How did that happen?
Like I said, I've been moving in the city, so I know exactly everybody, you know, so I know everybody and who can do what and what can really go on. So hooked up with a promoter that been out there doing his thing for a minute called a Pusher, and he hooked me up with him, and we, you know, I told him, like, I saw him coming a month before, so I told him a month before, but we never really just talked about it till the day of. He was like, hey, you ready? Like, yeah, I'm ready. So
Stay ready.
Straight to it from there.
So what y'all think about the Austin like culture? You said this is your first time out here?
Nah, I've been out here a couple of times, but it just really mainly work. I have just really came out here to see.
Dang, well you gonna be here Friday? You gotta turn up in Rio. We got DJ Helly gonna be DJing that night. That's usually the spot.
Yeah, we just came from the restaurant with Yellow. She said he turned up out here, so
yeah, you be piped up. So yeah, you gonna have a really good time. So y'all gotta do.
Y'all got plans for South by Southwest?
Not as right now, but we put some stuff together.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's gonna be coming.
Yeah.
Make something straight.
How do y'all like Austin?
Austin cool.
It's cool.
It's cool.
I come every now and then too. Like I done been here for South by Southwest a few times. Not every single last one of them, but a few of them. I came out here on some, you know, just coming too before. So it's alright. Austin cool, chill.
So how long have you been doing music?
Seriously, like 4 years.
Okay.
And what was that inspiration? You just always been very into.
I mean, yeah, you know, we come from, you know, where normally everybody want to rap and all this, you know what I'm saying? But basically, the older cats put us on where we, you know, they used to do music too, but we just took it to another level. You know, that's what inspired me, that I can do, you know, I moved on my own, and I looked at people do it, but as of in my position, I'm the only one doing it. Like, we moving out of town with it. And I don't see other artists doing it as of right now, but that's what we're trying to break right now, these Houston, to get somewhere to, or somebody to see what's, or to follow these guidelines to make it the way Atlanta make it, and, you know.
Well, tell us like how we can find you on social media and all your platforms.
You
And stuff.
can go to my Instagram, EMG Santana _country band. Then you can go to my Facebook, EMG Country Band Santana. Then you can follow my manager, Big Head, or my CEO for booking ESCO _country band. So
That's lit. You got a whole team.
yeah, we ready. We working.
How'd you guys link up anyway?
Man, actually, like I said, I've been moving through the city, so he is with the platinum artists and all this, so he watching what's going on. So basically, you know, he hollered at a couple of people that he knew and asked them what was going on out here, who working, and hey, there you go right there.
Yeah, that's lit.
That is lit. That's tough.
Well, yeah, that's awesome. You have any other upcoming projects you want to promote? Let us know. We got any other tracks?
Yeah, we're going with Black Young Soul.
Okay, yeah, fancy, right?
Let's get to it, fancy.
Really lit.
I got a bad bitch, she with a gang of bitches. I'm a savage, I got a bad to get.
We got Heavy in the building.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Man, look, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I don't really do radio interviews. I don't even do all this, but I need to speak for these two artists that I got. I manage both of these artists. I manage Slim Thug, Zero, Baby Bash. I've been in the gang. Coolio was my first artist. The hip hop scene has changed so much until it's hard to keep up, right?
Yeah.
So back in the day, and I just had dinner with the DJs and I expressed this to them, why we here is because years ago when Slim Thugs and Zeros and Paul Walls and Chameleonaires, and they all broke out of Houston, we were coming to Austin every, I don't know, 2 times a month maybe. Well, it changed. Somewhere there became a disconnect. They stopped playing the music because they stopped coming. Y'all don't know who's hot. These are 2 hottest artists out of Houston right now. All the Noise, the Fancy record, every strip club, every club.
Yeah, that's not go hard.
The Jungle Freestyle. Every artist that's ever came out of Houston had what? A freestyle.
Right.
It's played. You know, these artists go from the north side to the south side, which is something that y'all ain't really familiar with.
Love
So, what you know about it? So you know that if an artist is going to the south side and packing the house and he's from the north, it means something, and vice versa. Something the city ain't seen in a long time. So now I say, okay, how are we gonna go get outside of Houston? We gotta be bigger than Houston. We gotta be national. But before we get national, we need our whole region.
We need Texas.
So the only way to do that is for them to come down here, shake hands, meet the people, talk to the DJs, build a relationship with the DJs, one city at a time. So last night we did Corpus. Tonight we here in Austin. Tomorrow we go back to Houston because it's weekend. It's time for them to work and get money. Then we come back out next week and we'll do Dallas. We're gonna go to Tyler. We're gonna go to Waco. We're gonna go to Killeen, all the way down to El Paso. I don't even want to go to radio. I'm going nothing but internet radio, and I'm going to the DJs. That's who I need to deal with right now. That's who breaks my records. You young artists better understand, if you don't follow this lead, you're gonna be sitting in Austin talking about, man, them niggas don't fuck with me in Houston, man. Yeah, they don't know about you. Y'all didn't know about them until tonight. So now what happens in 2 weeks, when you hear the song 3 or 4 times, it's familiar, right? Yeah. And I think that's where these artists got to get back to. And then say, well, look it, when you build this relationship, when Yella comes to Houston and he reach out to him, you just built a whole relationship. It go both ways, you know what I'm saying? Y'all need to get out of Austin to get to Houston.
We was just in Houston. Yeah. This Sunday.
Now imagine you go see Houston with us.
Yeah.
I don't know who you saw it with, but you done see it on some Boss Life EMG Santana Young Al. I promise you that.
When I go back.
All right, so when we going to Houston with y'all?
Whenever y'all want, we there.
All right,
you know, I told Yella and Greg, and I told all the DJs, look, think about if we put all the DJs together to where the Austin DJs is fucking with the Houston DJs, who's fucking with the Corpus and the San Antonio, and we all become one. Now you got 250 DJs. What kind of movement is that back for Texas? 250 DJs on the same note. Now, I know we ain't gonna never get everybody on the same note, but imagine if you could reach out to 250 DJs and start playing a record. Go to Atlanta, watch what every DJ in Atlanta doing, supporting Atlanta.
Yeah, they are.
So again, South by is coming. We're gonna let every artist from around the world come in here and turn up. What we gonna do for our artists?
Right.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
And so I created this in Houston too. When you come to Houston, you need to know who the hottest artist in Houston is. Period. We don't need to know, they need to know, even though South by is such a big event, when they leave here, they should still feel whatever the hottest artist is in Austin. They ought to leave here going, damn, that record was jamming when they get back to Miami or Atlanta or wherever else they're going. So that's what we doing here. And I'm proud to be managing these two young artists. I said I wanted to tap out. I couldn't get it. I don't understand the new rap. I can't, if Little Uzi Vert walked up to me right now to sign him, I wouldn't even know. I'd probably pass, just being honest with you. But Al came with a record that was so touching to me, man. If you really listen to those words, it'll fuck you up. That nigga said, the problem is, I only call him when I need him. How many times we only get on our knees and pray when we in trouble? But we balling in the club, throwing the ones. Then EMG, he came with a record that said, damn, I got the baddest bitch. Who don't think they got the baddest bitch? The badder bitch. The baddest. So you got a coalition of these young artists that need to be seen, but they have to step out and do the work. And let your artists know here in Austin, they got to step out and come to Houston.
Yeah, we with it. That's what we doing. We here. We're so glad that y'all came through and shed light on these two. Shit, we're trying to fuck with y'all during South by, all that stuff. So, yeah.
Why do you think there's such a disconnect?
Yeah.
Because I think what we call the OGs, we got so big, and I'm not even from Houston, let me say that. I don't want nobody thinking I'm from the Bay Area, born and raised, Mac Dre is what it is. But I think the disconnect that happened was, as the OGs got bigger, they didn't have to come to Austin to do this type of stuff, right? Not just my guys, anybody. You don't run the same track or live in the same neighborhood when you can get out. That doesn't mean that the younger generation that's up underneath you doesn't have to do that. They still have to do that.
Right.
That's the disconnect to me. Do I think these two ain't personable enough to come up here and kick it with Austin and blow up Austin? They're going to be fine. But it starts with us taking these baby steps to come. That's the disconnect right now in Texas. We're not going with each other. And we have to start. You got hot artists in Dallas, Mo 3, Yellow Beezy, Trap Boy Freddy, super hot.
They don't come down here either.
They don't come.
Nah, they coming March 3rd. I got the tour with Yellow Beezy.
There you go. But that's to try to get a bag, right?
I mean, I set it up, yeah.
It's to get a bag, though, right?
Yeah, it is.
I ain't talking about to get a bag. I'm talking about to come down here.
Yeah, just to come holler at the folks and get with the DJs and shit like that. Yeah, it
that goes a long way. You don't know.
Build those relationships, what we call it.
Right.
Yeah, it's a relationship.
You gotta come build those.
I came up with something this year, for a long time, I would always go to radio. Because I got radio artists, like Baby Bass. He's a radio artist. He ain't no street artist, but I came up with this plan, and these two came all the way in on the system. Al had been in my house at night, and we talking about this. We got labels already calling for both of them, and we ain't taking no deal because instead of us running the radio, we need to run to the DJs. Radio play my record 30 times, and 35% of my DJs ain't even feeling the damn record. What is it doing? Nothing. I'm not building no foundation. Play my record 35 times, 5 weeks, record's over, now where am I at?
Right.
Back to nothing. Give it to my DJs, bring them on board. They play my record to the club over fields until the radio has to play it. Now the radio plays my club and my foundation is so rock solid, there ain't no looking back. So when I drop this next record, same thing. Next record, same thing. Now you got 5 records out there. That's what has to happen. And it starts with the DJs, the artists, and the promoters.